back again with the Game Boy Advanced SP. Released by Nintendo in 2003, this is a remodel of the 2001 Game Boy Advanced gaming system. It has, let me just turn it on, backlight that you can turn off and on. There was a remodel released in 2003 that had this switch made it so you can adjust the lighting, but for this one it just turns it off and on. A really nice D-pad, well, kind of had to be, the thing's stuck on there. A B button, an A button, start and select. It has the same button layout as the regular Game Boy Advanced. Volume, off and on, it's a little dirty, this thing's old. Light for power, excuse me. Light for power, it shows how good the battery is. And I think that's a charging light. No headphone jack, but what it does do is something I really like. You can charge it up, so you don't have to run around for batteries. You got an L and R button. It's a really good system, and I got a bunch of games I'm going to talk about for it. This is what a typical Game Boy Advanced game looks like. They're a lot smaller than a Game Boy to Game... got a bit of a throat cold there. A bit smaller than a Game Boy to a Game Boy Color cartridge. When I first saw these years ago, I was surprised. As you can see, it's Sonic Battle. It's a really nice artwork. It's a really good game. So I'm just going to try out a bunch of these games. I have 5 of them, so let's play it. Pop it in there. Really nice screen. It's showing up really well on the camera. Sorry about that, had a bit of a technical problem. But yeah, popped in Sonic Battle. Yeah, Sonic Battle, released in 2004. This is a fighting game in the style of Power Stone. Story mode's kind of okay. Battle, let's do a basic battle. You can play as Sonic, Tails, and basically all the characters that were from like Sonic and Sonic Adventure. A new character who you can customize his... a little sick in this one. A new character you can customize his moveset, but I didn't really get that far, so it kind of sucks. What was that? E102. There's also Chaos, but I didn't unlock them. So let's just play a basic round. You can choose how you have your attacks. This is a really deep game. It's simplistic, but it's deep. But it's really good. The computers kind of just gang up on you. And only you. I never really see the computer fighting anyone but trying to fight you. Yeah, Sonic has this weird jump. Really, I just spam special moves. That's pretty much how I win. This is a fun game though, and I used to play this all the time. Graphics are really nice, the music's good. Little kind of weird sounding, but it's a nice rock sound. So for that, it's a fun game. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, a Yu-Gi-Oh game. Not the best Yu-Gi-Oh game on the system, but it's not bad. It's based on the Battle City story arc from Season 2. So, why not? Released in 2003. Sorry. It's going to be a problem with this video. This game takes place in the Battle City story arc, which actually spoils the ending, but you know how it's going to end. Yugi defeats Merrick and saves the day. You play as this unnamed character, you name him, and pretty much you do everything that Yugi did. So you pretty much fight all the opponents that Yugi and Joey did. Go to the park. Who's this? Ah, that's the mime. Yes, Slifer. Let's see if I can fight him. Nope. He's gonna sit there and ignore me. Oh, let's fight this guy. This game, you gotta use the card as an ante. Pretty much you bet your cards. This game does not play like how Yu-Gi-Oh should. There was actually a really good Yu-Gi-Oh game for the Game Boy Advance called, what was it? No, not Dark Duel Stories, that's for the game. Eternal Duel of Soul, there we go. And that one plays a lot better, but we got this one instead. It's really hard, I think that's an 8. There we go. You start out with really weak cards, and then you get better ones. It's a lot like the PlayStation game, Forbidden Memories. Except you can't just fuse cards on the fly and win rounds by luck. So, not the best game in the series, I'll give... Oops. Not the best game in the series, but it's got some decent music. It's my favorite story arc of probably one of my favorite anime series when I was younger. I don't really watch it now, and I don't really know what's going on. Apparently there's a duel going on outside. Apparently he's like riding motorcycles or something, or some stupid shit, I don't know. Here's another good one. Mega Man Battle Network 3, White. There were two versions, white and blue, and that's when Capcom started splitting them up, like Pokemon. These games are an action RPG set in the Mega Man universe, something about computers. It's a lot like Tron, mixed with like generic anime stuff. You play as this kid named Lan, and you run around, collect Mega Man. I think the person I bought this from got it to the end. I keep wanting to go back and play this game, but I just, I really like the music. I kind of wish I got the fourth one. I really liked the fourth one, even though not a lot of people did. But I generally found it a lot better looking and playing and sounding, but a lot of people didn't like the fact you had to beat it 3 times, which no one's ever heard of New Game Plus or anything like that, so whatever. You go into the computer, which it's supposed to be an animation showing you going into the computer, but it just doesn't play. This game is over 10 years old, so. And you run around the computer talking to the computer programs. It's basically Tron. Music's really nice. Graphics are really nice. And there we go. And this is the battle system. You pick these weird chips or cards. It's longsword. Let's do that. Gotcha. And use them to attack opponents. You can also ooh. This guy is a really strong Mega Man. Let's see. Back when I got mine around 2003, this thing used to be in my pocket at all times. I'd play it in school, play it in the classroom, even though no one ever took it from me, so no one really cared. I'd play it after school. It was just something I played all the time. You can... Sorry. you can change Mega Man's style in this game. I liked it in 4, 5, and 6, where you can get, like, different costumes based on villains and stuff. That was cool. It made it feel like an older Mega Man game. Yay! This game's really good. It's a shame that they don't make anymore. They made 6 main games. GameCube game, which kind of sucked. It was basically a shitty side-scrolling game. What else do they make? What's something else? What? They made like a weird side-scrolling game, which kind of sucked. It was okay. And then they made like these weird Japanese exclusive games that just weren't good. Like, they had like toys where you can use the little thing. The what was it? The PET, the little computer part. They had like real life battle chips, and it was pretty much just a Digimon ripoff. But whatever, it was fun. Oh, I gotta blow on the cartridge. This is one problem I have with this version. This actual system. This isn't mine. It's a friend's. I gotta send it back to him soon. But one problem I have is that it doesn't really read the games all that well, but I don't know. This is Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I actually never played this game until this year. It's really good, though. Every Mario game for the Game Boy Advance has the original Mario Brothers. Like, all of them do. Well, like, all the main ones. Mario Advanced 1 through 4 have it, and this game has it. And I don't know if another one has it. Let's go play around. This is basically the arcade version of Mario. Every Mario game had it. Like, I'd love to see like Donkey Kong or like another arcade game being put in this, but they just didn't do it. Ha! That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Quit. I don't really like the original Mario Brothers. Well, when I say that, I mean the arcade Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers. Let's start here. This is an RPG set in the Mario universe, which are always good. And you control both Mario and Luigi at the same time. A makes Mario jump, B makes Luigi jump. You have hammer. Talking to B. That's cool. This game isn't that bad, but I still prefer Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo or Paper Mario 2. This one's just okay. I did like the sequels, though. I think I played one for the DS where you could play as Bowser, and that was really good. One thing I don't like is the control. It takes some while to get used to, because you have to make both Mario and Luigi jump. So that's not fun. I'll play this one. This is actually my friend's game. That needs to go back to him. I'll do that this Friday, if you're watching this. This is Boktai. This is a very special game. I got this for a discount a bit after it came out. Some dog hair on it. Ew. This is made by Hideo Kojima, who made Metal Gear Solid, and it pretty much plays like a Metal Gear Solid or Castlevania game mixed together. It has a special solar sensor on it, so you can pick up like sun rays. Can't really pick up any sun rays now because it's raining out, but you can pick up sun rays and then use it to charge up the game. It's really cool. There's like stealth elements, and it's a really good game. And if this little fluff of hair would just go away. I used to play this one all the time. I remember a friend of mine had this. I let him borrow it, and he let me borrow his copy of Sonic Advance 2. He came back and had a massive sunburn on his hand from playing it too long. Yeah. This game is really good, though, and really overlooked. People didn't like the whole sun gimmick. Nobody wanted to go outside and play their games. I actually remember being in the beach once, like 10 years ago, and just playing this out on the beach. That was cool. It has voiceover. I like that. One thing I do have to change, though, is the option menu, because the clock is broken. It still thinks it's September 13th, 2003. Oh boy. It is October 7th, 2014. I wonder if they thought anyone would be playing this game at this time. And it is 2 o'clock. Option. Sorry about that, somebody was at the door. Alright, this. I really wish I could have gotten a different Sonic game. Like, I love Sonic Battle, but I wanted one of the advanced ones and couldn't find it in time. But yeah, I used to play this system all the time, and where am I? Oh, I have no solar power. Well, this is going to be a very short demonstration. Jesus. But yeah, this game is very good. It has great music, great control, great graphics, and I can't aim my gun at all. Whoops. But I can use these bombs. That can actually help. Ha! That's actually really clever. Thank you, Kojima. And yes, this game was developed by Hideo Kojima. He's one of my favorite game developers. And this game is really good. Like I said before, it's a mixture of Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid. Look, you can even do this. Which is not a smart idea when you're being chased by monsters. There's a lot of dialogue in this game that's spoken, which is amazing for something this old. Let's pop back in one of the other games I didn't really talk about a lot. Sonic. Because I only have 5 games. I wish I could have gotten more, but I don't. I'll probably play some more games in a later video if I ever get any. But this system right here is probably one of Nintendo's best handheld systems. Everything about it is perfect. You can fit it in your pocket without any trouble. Has a really great speaker for just one speaker. Controls well. Has an amazing library of games. You can play games from the original Game Boy games, like the big gray cartridges, all the way up to Game Boy Advance games. There's a reason that this Nintendo's Game Boy line stayed around for long. It's a shame they don't make Game Boy systems anymore. Now they're doing DS, which I really enjoy the 3DS, so can't too mad at them. Ooh, should I play as? Let's play Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's fight Sonic, Knuckles, and let's beat up a little girl. I forget how Shadow plays. Yeah, I used to play this system all the time. This thing was in my pocket being played every day. Thank goodness it could charge, because that saved me a lot of money. Just spam the special moves. Charge. Takes forever for certain characters to charge up in this game, which sucks. And because these were so small, I could fit a bunch of them. One of the few games I wanted to talk about were Sonic Advanced 1, 2, and 3, which were really good games. I actually only played 2 and 3. I've never played 1, but I'm just going to assume it's a good game. Mega Man and Bass, which is really good. It was a WonderSwan game that was brought over to America on the Game Boy Advanced. It was actually a Super Nintendo game as well. The better Yu-Gi-Oh games, this is a good game, but I really wanted to talk about like Eternal Duel of Soul, the fucking multitudes of tournament games. Back when Yu-Gi-Oh was really popular, we were getting like 6 games a year. I remember one for the Xbox was like really slow and dull. And the one thing that was advertised was like Monster Fight. You could fight, the monsters fight just like on the TV show. And I was like, yay! And then I play the game, and the monster fights are one monster looks at another, and then one blows up. And that's it. Such a shame. And it's also, the game was boring too. Didn't have the good music of the other Yu-Gi-Oh games, and didn't have the good atmosphere. It just kind of sucked. I remember there was a PC game too that was released for the PC, and I had a demo disc I got in an issue of Shonen Jump, and it was really cool. Like, it had voice acting from the TV show, and it's really nice. If I ever find it again, I'll play it. This is probably one of my favorite portable games, and it goes without saying. I love it so much. The design is perfect. It's small enough to fit in your pocket. It has backlight so I can play at night. Chargeable battery. No headphone jack, but that was never a problem for me. And the games are small enough that you can just fit like thousands of them, and you'd be good. Like, I could probably open one of these drawers up, shove every Game Boy Advanced game ever released in there, and it'd fit perfectly. This is quite possibly one of the best systems ever. If you can't get an original Game Boy Advance, they're pretty easy to come by. They're like 40 to 30 bucks on eBay. You can always get a Game Boy Advanced player, which lets you play games on your TV, which is the best GameCube peripheral ever. If you ever find this, buy it. It's worth it. There's a shit ton of games for it. The games are really compact and small. A lot of them are gimmicky. There's like a Wario game that has like a sensor, and you can move your DS and it moves the game. It was really good. But if you can't find a Game Boy Advanced SP, the DS Fat and DS Lite can work with it as well. Highly recommended. It's amazing.